A warm welcome to the Pro Stadium this afternoon for this afternoon's National League game between Chesterfield and Salford City. Two teams in very different form. Martin's Allen sides haven't won 19 league games stretching back to August and before the last meeting between the two teams. But they have drawn the last of 9 and he hopes to bring in youngster Levi Amanchi to help them win this afternoon. Graham Alexander makes no changes from last Saturday's win against Hampton Waterlooville as Salford eye a 21st game unbeaten in the league. 3 players have been told they can leave. Alan Hines has already found a new club in Bromley. As Martin Allen in his programme notes, as he says, looks to trim the periphery of his playing squad to free up some budget to bring in players who can get them wins. He looks to come forward on the right. Salford win possession back. Torre the clearance is closed down by Amanchi. Amanchi into the area now, squares the ball over to the far side, and Chesterfield take the lead here. And it's Andy Kiwomya who puts the ball in at the back post. And Chesterfield 1, Salford City 0. That's Kiwomya's first goal of the season. And it's brought this place to life early on. We've only played 2 minutes here at the Pro Stadium, and it's the hosts who lead. Whitehead lines up her strike from the edge of the area, which Callum Burton gets down to make the save, but Salford try and get an early response. Wiseman through to Nolan, first time to Rooney. Back to Nolan, now Walker's free on the right hand side. Tom Walker touch inside to get away from Evans, squared across the left to Gaffney. Rory Gaffney now for Salford into the area on the left hand side. Low ball over, and it's just behind Adam Rooney as it trickles across the 6-yard area and comes to Kiwomya on the left hand side. Neil goes down by Short, goes short to Wiseman, back to Neil. Now the long clearance comes in for Salford. Rooney can't beat Hollins to it, but Nolan can win it back in the middle. Rooney, and now Lloyd, and now Salford break again. Gaffney on the left hand side gets around Bradley Barry, looking up into the area, takes it to the byline, back out to Torre. Now Torre lines up the cross, in it comes. Rooney waiting in the middle, comes down, and Whitehead with a shot from deep in the area is down along the ground, and Callum Burton gets himself down to make the save. Into the left back Torre, down into Lloyd, and continues to come down here at the Pro Act. Torre in field though, Whitehead through, the ball's cut out by Evans, back to Smith, all the way back to Burton now, being closed down by Rooney. Burton sends it forward, passes behind Whitehead. Amanchi brings it down for Shaw. Lee Shaw coming down the right hand side now. Up against Whitehead and Torre, finds way through to Weston who shoots low. And bounces off Chris Neal, but it makes the save. From Ponds. A lot of space as well for Salford. Chesterfield were really pressing in the first half. Weren't really given that time and space there, but a mistake here. Politic down the right for Rooney. Early ball into the area, bounces off, comes down to Walker, who's leaning back, shoots over from the top of the area. Good move forward, it was brisk, it was swift, and looking to capitalise on that mistake by Chesterfield. Walker just unable to keep a shot down. That goal coming in the 2nd minute. Seems a long time ago now for Andrew Kiwomya. Politics wins possession back from the throw-in. Rooney across to Nolan. One more to Walker. Holding play up while Torre goes on the overlap. It's just behind Torre. Backtracking, he tries to clip the ball back through to Walker, but he gives it away to Shaw, and now Hallam turns. Hallam driving down the middle for Chesterfield, still going, he shoots low, deflection, what a save! Gets tapped in by Kiwomya on the follow-up, and Chesterfield double the lead. He's just about to save it. It was a great save from Chris Neal with the deflection, but Kiwomya again drifting in from the left-hand side unmarked. Has another tap in, and it's Chesterfield 2, Salford City 0, and that's really come against the run of second half play. Back to Pond now, step over the ball, now to the right hand side to Liam Hogan. Hogan through, Lloyd takes the touch away from around him, touch in field, Disruwe back to Lloyd, now Rooney back to Politic, and Politic in the edge of the area strikes, and it's a great save from Callum Burton to deny the young Romanian. A good distance out there, but it's a great connection, and Burton away to his right hand side palms that ball round for a corner to Salford. Need to make the most of this one. With 15 minutes to go, Tom Walker placing the ball down. Now Swinger into the middle, Piergiani, and it's off the line from Binham Williams. Right place, right time. Otherwise that would have been one back. Desperate defending here for Chesterfield. Whitehead standing over this ball, looking for a delivery, and it comes towards the back post. Piergiani's free, and Burton stands up in his goal line, makes the save. It's out behind. Piergiani diverted that on target, did everything right apart from score. Well on the left hand side this. Whitehead in Swinger down the middle, it's flicked on by Pond, and it's wide to the right hand post this time. And out for a goal kick to Chesterfield. Walker placing it down, final minutes of added time. Out Swinger, and it comes, Piergiani sliding in, trying to say that it came off Binham Williams. The referee giving the goal kick, and Binham Williams staying down on the ground. Rooney waiting in the middle. Matt Scopham's had to give the ball back in the middle, but before it can be taken, the Dalton blows the full-time whistle, and Chesterfield have a first win since August. They've won 2-0 here at the Proax Stadium, and Andrew Kiwomya is the man who's been the hero this afternoon.